China, the most censored nation on the planet, holds some of the world's most shocking truths. From a government-controlled social credit system that dictates your entire life until death, to millions of women being traded like real estate. From cities built to pierce the sky, yet no one dares to live in them, to merely saying the wrong word that could make you vanish forever. This video will reveal 15 shocking truths about China, where technology, control, and human suffering mix in ways that will blow your mind. China has created a system that has shocked the world, a system that scores every citizen in the country based on their behavior. If you follow the law, pay your bills on time, help the weak, or donate to charity, your score will increase. On the other hand, if you run red lights, buy too many useless things for entertainment, post uncensored content on online platforms, or even hang out with people with low scores, your score will drop rapidly. People with low scores face unpredictable consequences. They can't buy plane or train tickets. Their children can't go to good schools or universities. They also can't get good jobs, rent nice apartments, or even stay in nice hotels. What's more horrifying is that the system is so detailed that it tracks what you buy, where you go, who you talk to, and even how much time you spend on entertainment. If you play the game for more than 3 hours, the system will mark you as lazy and your score will decrease. As a result, millions of Chinese people have been banned from traveling because their scores are too low, and the government calls these people dishonest. They put the names and photos of those with low scores on a public blacklist for everyone to see. Chinese women have long been admired for their natural beauty and grace. Their smooth, fair skin, high nose bridges, and bright, expressive eyes are often considered the gold standard of Asian beauty. Beyond their looks, Chinese women are known for their intelligence, resilience, and success in both their work and personal lives. In fact, more than 60% of the world's self-made female billionaires are Chinese, a remarkable statistic that reflects the strength and determination of modern Chinese women. But there is an undeniable dark reality. China's gender crisis has left millions of Chinese men unable to find wives because there simply aren't enough women. This reality has created a massive black market, with women at the center. Many of these brides come from poor rural families or are illegally brought in from neighboring countries like Vietnam, Myanmar, and North Korea. They are often tricked with promises of good jobs, then trapped and forced to marry and have children with strangers. The Great Firewall is the world's most advanced internet censorship system, built by China. It blocks Chinese people from accessing most of the websites and information the rest of the world uses every day. Specifically, Chinese people cannot use Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or thousands of other websites. Instead, they must use a Chinese version built and completely controlled by the government. The system is so smart that if your message contains banned words, it can be deleted before you've even finished typing. Even more shocking, the government employs over 2 million people to monitor what people post online and arrest anyone who says the wrong thing. People have been thrown in jail for years for sharing a joke about politicians or posting a photo that the government deems inappropriate. Students have been expelled from college for liking the wrong social media post. This control of information means that most Chinese people have no idea what is really going on in their country or the rest of the world. They live in a government-sanctioned information bubble. Sign up for more unusual adventures and strange facts you won't find in textbooks. China is home to some of the world's most iconic structures. Built in the 15th century, the Forbidden City in Beijing remains one of the largest and best-preserved palace complexes in the world. It features gilded roofs and detailed carvings that transport visitors back to the Ming Dynasty, showcasing the grandeur and precision of ancient Chinese architecture. Stretching over 13,000 miles, the Great Wall of China is another legendary structure from China. Originally built to protect the Chinese feudal regime from invasion, it has now become a symbol of strength and resilience. The Great Wall of China features a winding structure of walls that cut through rugged mountains and valleys, a testament to the engineering prowess of ancient China. The Shanghai Tower, at 2,073 feet tall, is the country's most impressive modern structure. The Shanghai Tower is the second tallest building in the world, with a twisting design that reduces wind resistance. Beijing Daxing International Airport is another marvel of modern engineering. Beijing Daxing looks like a starfish from above and is designed to handle over 100 million passengers a year. One bold project is the CCTV headquarters in Beijing. CCTV is futuristic, with a gravity-defying design that challenges the limits of traditional architecture. China's spirit of innovation extends to smart cities and 3D printed buildings. Entire residential areas are now being built using 3D printing technology, which has dramatically reduced construction times and costs. These projects reflect China's commitment to sustainable urban development and technological advancement. As the capital of China, Beijing is characterized by its towering skyscrapers and bustling shopping districts that coexist with narrow alleyways known as hutongs, creating a cityscape that is both dynamic and steeped in history. The most striking feature of Beijing is its traffic. The city's streets are often clogged with long lines of cars and motorbikes during rush hour. In contrast to the road transport system, Beijing's subway system is one of the most extensive and efficient in the world, making it easy for locals and tourists to navigate the city. It reflects Beijing's vibrant urban life, with performers and street vendors adding a touch of local color to the daily commute. When it comes to food, the Wangfujing night market is an absolute highlight. This famous market is an absolute sensory delight of sights, sounds, and smells. Street vendors sell everything from traditional dumplings and cut cakes to more exotic options like scorpions on skewers. In addition to being a culinary hotspot, the market is also a hub for locals and tourists who gather to explore and experience the diversity of Chinese street food. Interestingly, despite the fast-paced and hectic lifestyle in Beijing has still retained a uniquely warm culture. If you get lost or need advice, don't hesitate to ask. Locals are often more than willing to help. Their straightforward yet sincere manner reflects the spirit of the city. Tea culture has been deeply rooted in Chinese society for over 4,000 years. The Chinese believe that tea is not just a beverage, but also a symbol of balance, health, and spiritual harmony. The most popular types of tea in China include green tea, black tea, oolong tea, and white tea. White tea, known for its delicate and mild flavor, is less processed and retains more of its natural antioxidants. Black tea has a bolder and stronger flavor and is often served at social gatherings and formal events. Green tea, known for its light and refreshing flavor, is the most popular and widely consumed tea in China. Oolong tea, with partially oxidized tea leaves, offers a complex flavor that falls between green tea and black tea. While tea remains a deeply revered part of Chinese culture, over the past 2 decades, milk tea and coffee have exploded in popularity, especially among young people. China is now the world's largest milk tea market, with over 100,000 milk tea shops across the country. Popular brands such as Hey Tea and Naichu have turned milk tea into a lifestyle staple, attracting long lines of customers eager to get their hands on the latest flavors. Coffee culture is also on the rise, especially in major cities such as Shanghai and Beijing. International coffee chains such as Starbucks have rapidly expanded their presence alongside the growth of domestic brands. Local cafes are often able to combine Western-style brewing techniques with Chinese flavors, creating unique products that appeal to both locals and tourists. China has established itself as the world's largest manufacturing hub, accounting for more than 30% of the world's total industrial output. The country produces everything from smartphones and clothing to electric cars and renewable energy. Chinese factories are at the heart of the global supply chain, with major international companies such as Apple, Tesla, and Intel all heavily reliant on Chinese factories to produce their most important components. Without China's manufacturing infrastructure, many of the world's leading technology brands would be at risk of bankruptcy. China's highly efficient supply chain is a key reason for its dominance in manufacturing. The country has a vast network of factories, skilled workers, and advanced modern technology, allowing products to be developed and distributed quickly. In fact, China's infrastructure is so advanced that it can produce and deliver products faster than most Western countries. For example, electric vehicle batteries made in China are not only more affordable but also more efficient, making China a leader in clean energy. Furthermore, China has become a leader in semiconductor and smart device manufacturing. The rise of brands like Huawei and Xiaomi has demonstrated that Chinese tech companies can compete head-to-head with established Western brands. In renewable energy, China produces nearly 70% of the world's lithium-ion batteries and controls 90% of the global supply of rare earth materials, which are essential for clean energy and electronics. Despite challenges such as rising labor costs and trade tensions, China's manufacturing dominance shows no signs of slowing. China is home to some of the world's most magnificent sights. High in the Himalayas is the majestic Potala Palace in Tibet, which sits at an altitude of 12,139 feet. It was once the winter residence of the Dalai Lama and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The palace's white and red walls are adorned with gilded roofs, and its corridors are filled with ancient Buddhist relics, murals, and statues. The Potala Palace is not only a symbol of Tibetan Buddhism, but also a remarkable feat of engineering built into a steep mountainside. Discovered near Xi'an, the terracotta warriors and horses are a giant terracotta army buried with Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, to protect him in the afterlife. Thousands of life-size statues of soldiers, horses, and chariots, each with a distinct facial expression and costume, demonstrate the sophistication of ancient sculpture. Guilin is famous for its majestic karst landscape, dubbed the world's one mountain and water. The towering limestone mountains, the winding Blue Li River, the magical limestone caves, and the lush green rice fields create a vivid ink painting. A cruise on the Li River is the best way to enjoy the scenery. For those seeking charm and tradition, Lijiang Old Town is a must-see destination. Often called the Venice of the East, the Old Town features a network of stone bridges and canals with traditional wooden houses lining the narrow streets. The local Naxi ethnic group still maintains their unique customs and language, contributing to the cultural richness of the town. Visitors can enjoy folk music performances and sample local delicacies while soaking up the picturesque scenery. Traditional Chinese clothing reflects the country's rich cultural history and artistic heritage. Hanfu was originally worn primarily by royalty and government officials. Hanfu is characterized by long, flowing sleeves and intricate embroidery. It symbolizes elegance and social status. Designs often feature motifs inspired by nature, such as clouds, dragons, and phoenixes, symbolizing harmony and balance. Today, Hanfu is popular among young Chinese, who wear it at festivals and cultural events to celebrate their heritage. The cheongsam is another quintessential traditional dress. The cheongsam is known for its tight fit, high neckline, and slits, which accentuate the natural curves of the female body. In the 1920s and 1930s, the cheongsam was a fashion icon among Shanghai's elite and celebrities, symbolizing modern femininity and grace. Today, the cheongsam remains a popular choice for formal events and celebrations, combining traditional and modern influences. Chinese wedding attire also carries deep symbolic meaning. Wedding dresses are often red and decorated with elaborate dragon and phoenix motifs, symbolizing harmony and power in marriage. The phoenix crown is a prominent feature of traditional bridal attire. The phoenix crown is decorated with gold, pearls, and jade, reserved for royal and aristocratic brides in ancient China. This tradition reflects the importance of family lineage and heritage in Chinese culture. Chinese cuisine is a subtle reflection of the country's rich history and regional diversity. Originating in Beijing, Peking duck, with its crispy skin and tender meat, is often served with rice paper, spring onions, and a rich sauce. The preparation process is meticulous and elaborate. The duck is marinated for hours, hung to dry and roasted to perfection, creating a perfect combination of crispness and flavor. Sichuan hot pot is known for its numbing and spicy flavor created by dried chilies and Sichuan peppercorns. Diners dip meat, vegetables, and thinly sliced tofu into a pot of bubbling spicy broth and can adjust the spiciness to personal preference. The spicy sensation of the spices combined with the distinctive aroma makes this dish a favorite among those seeking bold flavors. Originating in Lanzhou in northwest China, Lanzhou hand-pulled noodles are another popular specialty. These noodles are handmade by hand-pulling the dough into thin, chewy strands before being cooked in a rich beef broth with slices of beef, radish, and green onions. The skill of hand-pulling noodles has been perfected over generations and remains a source of pride for Chinese culinary experts. Shanghai soup dumplings are a more refined but equally popular dish. These dumplings feature a thin skin filled with rich pork and a smooth broth. The secret lies in the house-made broth combined with the rich, moist filling, which melts into a delicious soup when steamed. Eating soup dumplings requires technique. You need to bite into the dumpling carefully to avoid spilling the hot broth. In public holidays in China also follow their own unique rhythms. The two biggest are Chinese New Year and National Day. During these times, the entire country seems to be in motion. Chinese New Year, which usually falls in late January or early February, marks the world's largest annual human migration. Over 300 million people travel across the country to visit family and celebrate the new year together, leading to overcrowded train stations, sold-out flights, and traffic jams that can last for hours. Likewise, National Day in early October brings another wave of travel, leaving popular tourist destinations packed with people. Interestingly, China has strict rules and guidelines for even everyday activities. For example, spitting on the street can result in a fine, and there are designated lanes for pedestrians and cyclists. Even napping at work is considered acceptable as long as it does not affect productivity, a practice that reflects China's emphasis on balancing hard work and rest. The social expectations around gift giving are also unique. Certain numbers are considered unlucky, particularly the number 4, which sounds like death in Chinese. Clocks are never given as gifts because they symbolize the countdown to death. Red envelopes containing money are the preferred gifts for most celebrations, and the amount must be an even number but never include the number 4. Marriage customs include elaborate negotiations between families, often involving substantial bride prices and complex ceremonies that can last for days. Traditional Chinese medicine practices are still widely followed, with many people consulting practitioners who use methods like acupuncture, herbal remedies, and cupping therapy alongside modern medical treatment. Unlike the Western calendar, which is based solely on the solar cycle, China follows both a solar and lunar calendar. The Chinese calendar is centered on 12 zodiac animals: the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. Each zodiac year is believed to influence a person's personality, destiny, and compatibility with others. For example, people born in the year of the dragon are considered strong, ambitious, and charismatic, while those born in the year of the rabbit are said to be gentle, sensitive, and artistic. The cycle repeats every 12 years, and each zodiac sign is further influenced by 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, creating a 60-year cycle. This belief system extends beyond personality traits to life decisions. Many Chinese carefully choose important dates, such as weddings, births, and business openings, based on the zodiac signs and favorable elements. Zodiac compatibility is also considered when arranging marriages. It is not uncommon for parents to consult a fortune teller to determine whether a couple is compatible based on their birth date and zodiac sign. The Chinese New Year celebration is timed according to this lunar calendar system and represents the most important holiday in Chinese culture. Families gather to honor ancestors, share elaborate meals, and participate in traditions that have been passed down for thousands of years. The festival period extends for weeks, with different regions celebrating with unique customs and ceremonies. China is not only the world's most populous country, but also one of its largest and most culturally diverse. With a population of over 1.4 billion, China accounts for nearly 18% of the world's population. At 9.6 million square kilometers, China is the world's third largest country, after Russia and Canada. The geographic diversity creates dramatically different living conditions across regions. Northern China experiences harsh winters with temperatures dropping below -20 degrees Celsius, while southern regions enjoy subtropical climates year-round. This variation influences everything from architecture and clothing to food preferences and cultural practices, making China feel like multiple countries within a single border. China is also home to 56 recognized ethnic groups, but over 90% of the population is Han Chinese. The remaining 55 ethnic minority groups contribute to the country's rich cultural diversity, each preserving its own unique language, dress, and traditions. Interestingly, despite the country's vast and diverse size, Mandarin is the official language. However, China has more than 300 different languages and dialects. China's writing system is another source of national pride. Chinese characters have survived for more than 3,000 years without any fundamental changes, making it the oldest continuously used writing system in the world. China's economic might is undeniable, with its massive GDP making it one of the world's largest economies. But behind this impressive economic output lies a harsh reality. Wealth inequality remains a significant problem. In major cities like Beijing and Shanghai, the average monthly income is around $1,000. In rural areas, by contrast, that figure drops to just $300, and poverty remains a reality for many. In fact, a 2021 survey found that more than 40% of Chinese households reported monthly incomes of less than $143. This means that millions of families struggle to meet basic living expenses even as China's global economic power grows. Geography and access to industry are leading causes of uneven wealth distribution. While coastal cities and tech hubs like Shenzhen and Hangzhou benefit from proximity to international markets and high-tech industries, various inland provinces often lag behind in economic development. This creates a complex social dynamic where urban professionals enjoy modern lifestyles, while rural communities face limited opportunities for advancement. Property prices in major cities have reached astronomical levels, with average apartment costs in Beijing and Shanghai often exceeding $1 million for modest properties. Meanwhile, rural housing remains affordable but offers fewer economic prospects. This housing divide forces many young people to choose between career opportunities in expensive cities or affordable living in areas with limited growth potential. The rise of China's middle class has been remarkable, with hundreds of millions of people lifted out of poverty in the past few decades. However, the benefits of economic growth are not evenly distributed, creating social tensions that the government continues to address through various policy initiatives and wealth redistribution programs. The cost of living varies significantly depending on the city and lifestyle choices. In major metropolitan areas like Beijing or Shanghai, the cost of renting a one-bedroom apartment ranges from $600 to $900 a month. However, in smaller cities, you can find accommodation for as low as $150 to $350 a month. Food is quite affordable in China. A meal at a local restaurant typically costs between $3 and $7. Street food is even cheaper, with options like dumplings, fried dough sticks, and noodles costing as little as $1. For those who choose to cook at home, local markets are always stocked with fresh produce and ingredients at low prices, allowing people to maintain a healthy and affordable diet. Transportation in China is also efficient and cost-effective. The public transportation system, including buses and subways, is well developed and accessible. A monthly public transportation pass costs between $15 and $20, making travel to major areas of the city convenient and affordable. Ride-hailing and taxi services are also widely available, although more expensive than public transportation. Utilities, including electricity, water, and internet, typically range from $40 to $90 a month, depending on usage and apartment size. Additional costs, such as gym memberships, cell phone plans, and personal care items, are relatively cheap by Western standards. Digital payment systems make everyday transactions incredibly convenient. Most purchases, from street food to luxury goods, can be completed using smartphone apps like Alipay or WeChat Pay. This cashless society extends to almost every aspect of daily life, making financial management simpler for residents. Overall, the average monthly cost of living in China ranges from $880 to $1,800, depending on the city and lifestyle preferences. This makes China a cost-effective destination for those seeking a balance between modern conveniences and cultural richness. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, leave a comment number 1. And if you think there is room for improvement, leave a comment number 2. Your feedback is invaluable and helps me create even better content for you. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss out on future videos about fascinating destinations and cultural insights. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next exciting journey.
We are so glad you are with us today. Please leave a comment, like the video to support us, and subscribe for more videos. See you soon.